Goddamn love that track. Nirvana. Never mind. You don't hear a lot of that out there. What's going on? Good morning. What was a quick 30 minutes? Good morning, Buster. Hi. Yeah? What do you got to say? Yeah? You got lots to say this morning, don't you? Yeah. Coffee over here. And I am 99% sure I'm going to run out of labels. Where's my backup? Right there. Someone needs a manicure. His name's Buster. Yeah, that was off. It was off Bleach. Wasn't it? Son of a gun. not bleach. What was that? Insecticide, not bleach. My mistake. Yeah. Now, Cameron, no dropping prawn. Hi. You're being a nerd, Buster. What? He's been a big old fuss all morning. Yeah, and Justin, if you want to pop in, come on. Just don't get me kicked off YouTube. Are these going to? Oh, that's weird. Sold 2 hillbilly comic postcards. Buster, you stop on the keyboard. I thought they were different buyers, but they were not. But they sold within minutes of each other, and they were different buyers. It's so weird. What? Okay, so that's gone. Hi. Buster is literally just, you're sitting on the keyboard now, Buster. Just running around looking for stuff to fuck up. That is what he's doing. His sister is asleep on the couch. When I was downstairs pulling orders, he was like, I'm unsatisfied. Redoing a bathroom 100% from crap to awesome in 48 hours. You should fly out here and redo mine. I need a shower in it. Look at that. Yeah, I got this. You want this, don't you? Go get it. What? What's up, Humstone? Good morning. Cameron, I dropped the link. I don't know if you saw it. Buster, again, on the keyboard. All right, later, Justin. I'll be here. Probably be a couple hour show, I think. I've got a good number of things to ship out. A couple of larger items. It was yesterday was definitely the best sales day I've had in over a month. Buster Wiley. I've been definitely listing diligently. I am right now, Buster, you're making it. I can't. You're sitting on the keyboard. Come here. Yeah. Morning, Popeye. Okay, so I do have a question for those in chat. So I'm considering changing the structure of my what sold stuff. And my question is this. So still planning on doing the lives every day, so that will remain unchanged. I'm considering doing daily what solds of everything that sells, which would be roughly around 15 to 20 a day. They either be I would start the show essentially probably without as much music or any music. Maybe save that for the end or whatever. Or middle or whatever. Not important for the question. And then start the show off and do sort of the same thing, like a what sold, showing the items, blah, 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 like your standard old what sold video. And then after the show, I would basically cut it down and repost it as just a pre-record what sold video. Yeah. So probably the first 15 minutes of each show would just be what sold, and we would jump into more shipping and discussion. probably not super interactive, but I would do it right at the beginning so people would have time to like file in later, and it'd be more of the community atmosphere as we've been doing. Or thinking perhaps just a like straight up like daily what sold video that includes everything. Or just a thinking also maybe of just sticking with the just postcards only what sold, but probably moving that to daily as well. And I know Popeye's doing daily, but I think there's room. And then I would probably have mine drop in the afternoon, so not to interfere with Popeye's morning. Thoughts? Sup, Cruz? Nice. Awesome. Yeah, hey, that's pretty good. Your card's good. Sold on Tuesday, arrived on Saturday. That's pretty good. Awesome. Yeah, man, that's... How long have you been on eBay, Zen and Cent Shop? Just curious. Okay, Popeye says, don't worry about him. Yeah, I think there's plenty of room in the space. I mean, the people who are going to consume that content are probably going to consume mine and vice versa. Vinyl hangout. All right, I'll pop in. I'm going to be listening today. I've been working through my entire backstock of 78s. So either I list them or they're out of here. So I've been sort of in record mode later. Do the sold video better than others and you're good. Well, my question really more is like, you know, for the people who are here already, you know, how they feel about having it within the context or within the I guess walls of the show that is already existing. And then essentially I would reuse that content as a upload. Oh, that's going first class. That's lame. It's a postcard, and eBay moved the category, so now I can't send it as a postcard. Luckily, it's a couple of bucks. It's no big deal. Sold for enough to make it not matter. Wow, Buster, that's a wappy tail. Oh, nice. Well, that's cool. And Justin was right up above here. Nice. Everybody's getting their stuff. Yeah, my thought is basically taking the format of the postcard what sold video, which is like somewhat dry. I get it. And it's screenshotted, but you can see what's selling, right? You can see very easily what's selling. A lot of the what sold videos are all these like sort of like either pulling orders, or, which is fine. I enjoy that. Pulling orders or these like super broy, like huge profits kind of thing. Nobody's doing like a what sold video where you're actually talking about like what, A, a variety of items, B, why certain things sell for what they sell for, multiple categories, where sourced from where, how sourced, kind of a little bit more of a start to finish kind of thing. I don't know. Oh, yep, I knew. I called it. Down to the last label. Because really, it's like to do it in that format where I'm not having to edit, and it's 10 minutes, 15 minutes at most every day, and I think probably appeal to both postcard peeps, but also a wider variety of Because, you know, even the people who are postcard sellers sell something besides postcards in most cases, I think, except for besides like and I think that, you know, and one of the things as well, and you know, Popeye has brought this up also in, you know, some of the videos, is that there's so much crossover into other collectible categories that, like, hey, you know, you're going to be talking not just about postcards, but probably about something else within collectibles that's worth talking about. So there's that. He sells dental books, but he's sold other stuff as well. All right. Hey. Hey, you. So first, I'm use this thing for its valuable cardboard. Buster, you want a fort? Here you go. All right. Don't think that's going to fit in a Continental, is it? No. Sold my first cabinet card from this, what I picked up in Colorado. And this one puts me into the profit for all of the cabinet cards. Took an offer, $17. I think I bought 12 of them for most of them under $1. Most of them $1, some of them under $1. So yeah, took about 2 days. Oops. There you go. We'll do that. How about that? Interesting. My mail lady, because of the postcards, will hook me up with rubber bands to bind them together. And I've never looked at the package, and it's like, these are apology rubber bands. Dear postal customer, we sincerely regret the damage to your mail during handling it by the postal service. We hope this incident did not inconvenience you. We realize that your mail is important to you and that you have every right to expect it to be delivered in good condition. Although every effort is made to prevent damage in the mail, occasionally this will occur because of the great volume handled and the rapid processing methods, which must be employed to assure the most expeditious distribution possible. We hope you understand. We assure you that we are constantly striving to improve our processing methods in order that even a rare occurrence may be eliminated. Please accept our apologies. Sincerely, your postmaster. And it's printed on a bag of rubber bands, which is weird. Right? So, I mean, I guess it's some Nolo videos. You mean some Joey videos? Oh, geez, Cameron. God, I'm sorry.
I was like, I'm gonna like turn into a skeleton by the time he realizes I'm hanging out here. What's up?
It's the ADHD.
It's all good, man.
I get to blame it on that.
It was actually good because it gave me an opportunity to pull some of the things I need to pack so that I'm not back there. But I finally sold this camera. I've been waiting for somebody to buy. I probably bought it, 2 months ago. And when it's a good camera and you expect that it has a high sell-through rate that you're going to sell it quickly, it just didn't sell, and it didn't sell. And this morning I was on the toilet. I got the cha-ching, $93.74.
Yeah.
And I bought it for $3.
What kind of camera is it?
It's an Olympus Pen EES2. It's a full film camera, 35 millimeter. Yeah, I'm excited about that. And I forgot to look to see if it's international or not.
Vintage cameras. I mean, I don't have any listed right now because I've sold every one that I've ever listed.
Yeah, right. No, it's a US-based buyer, so that's.
And right now, I have none in backstock because I traded that guy for records.
I was waiting for the CK postcards.
Yeah. He blames everything on ADHD. You right? I mean, it's a good it's a good scapegoat. It's not my fault. It's my brain's.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I sold this shirt. Willie Nelson, roll me up and smoke me when I die.
Nice. Is that new or is it vintage?
No, it's a newer shirt, but I still got $15 for it, so yeah, I'll take it. I wore it a few times. That's the fun part of liking to wear and sell graphic tees, vintage or not, is like you could get them, garage sales, thrift stores, the bins, wear them a few times, and then when you're like tired of it, you just take pictures and sell it.
Yeah, I mean, on that note, like I sold something today that's been. Hold on.
I noticed on eBay, even things that sold yesterday said that I don't have to ship them until Tuesday. But I do like if I make sales on Fridays and I know it's going to be a long weekend, I try to get it out Saturday morning. Anyways, what you got there?
Been hanging on my wall for 3 years and just sold for $135.
Nice.
Signed. I mean, the frame on this is amazing.
Yeah, I like it.
The frame itself is a work of art. But yeah, I think I bought this for like either $5 or $10. It's definitely like somewhat old, oil on canvas. Really nice. I've enjoyed it. I'm sad to see it go, but that just means I have the excuse now to buy more art. So
there you go.
What's up, Don?
Oh, I typed it in the chat. I guess I could just say it. Hi, Don.
What did I just pack up?
I got my stamps yesterday too, so thank you.
Oh, nice.
And the Pussycat postcards.
Yeah, I think you're going to do really well on that stamp book, no matter what. You can, if you want, there are services even online that will buy unused postage. And if you shop it around, I think you can probably make money even that way, like guaranteed profit. You can never pay for postage again in your life, which is another way to make profit.
I already started listing them just as like individual stand blocks last night. I was out here taking pictures.
Yeah.
Some of them, it's like, well, and what I recalled once I came to the part about the shipping is I was like, you know what? When I look at my postcard eBay standard envelope, I think it says stamps too.
Yeah.
I'm able to ship these for like 53 cents. And I went and looked and I was like, oh, yes. Because even if I list it for $1.50, like a little block of 4, and there's lots of blocks of 4 and lots of blocks of 16 and 20.
Yeah.
You saw you sent it to me. I was like, yeah, this is gonna take some time. But if every time I'm listing, I just list a few of those, kind of like with postcards, if no matter what else I list like 10 postcards a day plus,
Yeah.
then over time, you know,
Yeah.
that's a lot of $1.50s. And
Yeah.
many of them, of course, are worth more than $1.50.
Yeah.
Low end.
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of 20 block of 8-cent bicentennial standard, whatever, however much it was. But yeah, I mean, I had no problem putting that up because I got a whole other one.
Nice.
I got 2 of them.
Nice.
I bought them at a antique mall that was going out of business. I don't care. You already bought it. I paid. I want to say $16 each book.
Nice.
Uh-oh, your webcam utility is broken again.
Oh, that's because I was, damn it, wiggling things around.
Yeah, they were like 75% off because the mall was going out of business and all the vendors were like, I don't want to take stuff home. And I brought it up to the front and I'm like, is this part of the 75% off? And they're like, it says everything. So I'm like, all right, sweet. This is guaranteed money. Like for very low investment. But then I didn't do anything with it. So too much stuff.
It was sitting in that room, waiting for the perfect buyer to say, I'll buy those stamps.
Yeah, that room is going to look very different over the next few months because I am. Yeah, like I said earlier, I'm right now. I'm working through all of my back stock of 78 RPM records, which I probably had, I don't know, 300 or 400 in my living room. And then there's probably another 700 or 800 upstairs. So I'm getting those all listed, and then I'm going to put together some lots. They've already started selling, and I sort of had those as up there as like, just so I would have always stock to list. But they take up a lot of room, so it's time to not have that anymore. Yeah. And I've got a really large buy coming up with my postcard collector friends, so trying to make room for all the things.
Yeah, I haven't even touched any of that footage, Matt, from when I was at your place last weekend.
I haven't either. It's up on a live, so I'm like, eh.
I know, but I want to make a video. But all my camera gear's in that Winco bag back there. I haven't even taken it out of the bag. I haven't even unpacked my suitcase from last weekend because I was busy with my day job during the week.
Oh, I haven't unpacked my suitcase from Colorado.
Nice. Okay, I don't feel bad. Oh, this was a Carhartt hoodie, if anybody gives a rip. Or hoodie. Carhartt beanie or toque if you're from Canada. I got from the bins. It sold for $9. If you didn't know, Carhartt is a bolo.
Yeah, Carl, so most of the art on my wall, you were here, Cameron, you saw all of the stuff that I have, except for pretty much everything except for one like black velvet painting is listed. The stuff that I keep is like mid-century kit art and black velvet paintings.
One of the postcards I listed yesterday sold yesterday. So then, of course, I was like, oh, man, should I got more? $5. Sarasota, Florida. Yeah.
Large letter greeting, baby.
I wondered if they bought it for the stamp because I know this is one of the older.
Nope.
Okay. Well. I think mine was only one of like 3 listed, and I matched whoever was on the lower end. So maybe I probably promoted it. So I don't know, man. With eBay, I don't want to like go into a total deep dive gripe session about their algorithm but it seems like lately when I go to look for something in order to find a sold comp, it's not as in tune as it used to be with finding exactly what I'm looking for, or it's trying so hard to find exactly what I'm looking for that it's giving me all these other miscellaneous brands. For example, if I type in REI olive green lightweight rain jacket, the top one will be like an REI rain jacket, but then it'll give me a bunch of other brands that are green rain jackets. So I have to filter the brand REI in order to find on eBay. So I think that's doing a disservice to buyers because unless you're paying higher to promote it, I'm wondering if maybe your things, you as in all of us, our things are getting buried unless we're being very detailed with our item specifics. And I don't know about you, but I usually just put the bare bones for item specifics.
I have honestly, I've been doing more and more on item specifics.
Okay. Maybe I need to do that too.
With postcards, it's pretty easy if you're batch listing, right?
Right.
Because you can just change 1 or 2 item specifics, and that's all you really need to do, and it can go quickly. Records, same kind of thing. I have templates set up where all I really have to do is put in the artist name and maybe 1 or 2 other things, and I get the blue dot. I don't think the blue dot is necessarily required for every category. Pictures are required. Good pictures are the thing that rules.
Yeah.
Always. Check this out. Let's see if I can get it up here real quick.
Carl, I heard about how a viewer of yours ran into you in the wild. That's awesome, dude. And they said you do more pre-recorded versus lives. That's the advice they gave you?
Who gave who?
Carl. He was saying that somebody ran into him in the community where he lives and was like, "Are you Carl, the lazy reseller?"
Nice.
And he talked to them about like, what would you want to see in more videos? And apparently the person said, do more recorded versus live, I guess. But I don't mind going back and watching people's lives. I just have FOMO that I wasn't engaged in the chat, but you could still pull things from and be entertained by lives, even when they're not live, but teach their own.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to do more regular pre-record. And I think that's daily what solds, but daily what solds that are everything, not just postcards.
Right.
So this is the second time I've sold this. The first time it got sent back to me after 6 months for non-deliverable to the customer. $32.
Nice.
I pulled this out of a barn in Rochester, Washington, with probably about 50 other tickets. It's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Ticket stubs from the 80s of butt rock bands.
hair metal bands or whatever.
Hair metal, yeah.
I thought this was gonna sell way sooner when I got it from a yard sale for like $1, but it finally did sell a year and a half later for $29. It's like one of those VHS adapters, cassette adapter for smaller.
Yeah. Hey, $1 and a 29 after a year is totally worth it.
Oh yeah, I can't say it didn't take up too much room, but it's not like it was just in the tote.
All right.
Gotta love those sealed electronic things. Hey, I'm gonna reuse the bubble wrap you had around my album of the stamps for this.
Sweet.
Reuse, recycle.
Yeah. So I try to reuse as much as I can. I only do like my waist is actually not bad. I throw away about one, and this one's probably getting there. Like one of these about a month, which is
Not bad at all.
as far as like as for as much as I sell, I feel like I keep my waste down quite a bit. I try to reuse as much as I can. I sold Pokemon Omega Ruby, the Nintendo DS, 3DS, $32. I bought that off Mercari in a lot, which I've been doing pretty good off of Mercari video game lot and just piecing them out on eBay. There was like 8 games in the lot. There was Mario Kart and some other ones. I think I'm like $55 all in. I made 32 of it back on the first game. So I don't think it's gonna fit there.
I'm a cranky sleeper. And last night I went to bed around 10, and my wife and my almost 18-year-old daughter and then her boyfriend, they were watching TV and stuff downstairs, which, it's fine. But I had been asleep for a couple hours when the three of them came upstairs and were just talking and carry on, just like I'm not asleep. They might not know. But dude, I turn into like the Incredible Hulk when I'm half asleep and somebody's waking me up. And I'm just like, you guys shut up, with some cuss words in there. But I just want to know in the chat, or you, Matt, like, are you one of those people who when you are asleep and you get woken up, like it pisses you off because like that's how important sleep is to you, or you kind of just like whatever?
Yeah, well, a couple of nights ago, Winnie Lou and Buster Wiley were playing Hop on Pop all night, and I got 2 hours of sleep because every time I'd lay down, Winnie Lou would like come running up to my face and just start headbutting me for like trying to be cute for like, but not letting me sleep. So, I don't get pissed off, but most of the time I can just roll over and go back to sleep. Most of the time. Sometimes I just am like, I'll wake up and just start going no matter what time it is, no matter how much sleep I got.
I've done that before too. Like it's 2 a.m. and you're awake and you're like, well, shit, I guess I'll list. I've got stuff on my phone or whatever.
Yeah, and I'm like, I'll just take a nap later or something.
And then you never take a nap.
And that's what happened to me yesterday. Like I started yesterday at I think 3 a.m. and I'm like, well, crap. No one's letting me sleep. I guess I'll just take a nap. And then I tried to take a nap yesterday twice, and both times Winnie Lou comes up and just starts headbutting me again. I'm like, God damn it! I'm like, fine. I'll just drink more coffee. And I ended up going to bed last night at 9:30, and I slept till 6:30 today. So,
oh, that's great.
I caught up. That's a lot of sleep in a night for me.
Yeah, I just get cranky. Like, this is my sleep time. Why are people waking me up? Damn it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really have people around here to wake me up, except sometimes there's this lady outside who walks up and down the street screaming.
That would keep me up. I'd be nervous of her mental illness, and who knows what she's capable of. That's not your mail lady, is it?
No, my mail lady.
I'm just kidding.
But yeah, I live between a church that does free food on Mondays, and then a block and a half away from here is a Salvation Army shelter.
Okay. Yeah.
And I mean I have no problem with that. Like 99.9% of the time, there's no problem with having that kind of stuff nearby. It does have a tendency, because it's so close to the ferry terminal, to sort of attract and populate the area with some homeless, but most of the time they're not an issue. And honestly, like, where can you go anymore where you're not being affected by that, right? So
Right.
There's a huge problem with mental health and housing the homeless in this country that is yet to be addressed. So if you're anywhere near where,
but Matt, they could just get a job, don't you know? They should just get a job.
Oh yeah,
I'm kidding.
They should totally get a job.
That's Ben Shapiro's thing. Just get a job.
Yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate, but like, everyone wants the problem to go away, but nobody wants to put the money towards it. That's gonna help it to go away. I messed up something. Rain. Shush.
It's funny that when I am in my house, or even in the spring or summertime when the cats are more out, if I'm watching you and I hear your cat, I'm always like, is that my cat? And then I'm like, oh, it's Matt. Like if I have my earbuds in or whatever and you're live, I'm always like, is that my cat?
Yeah, he's got a lot to say today.
Heather doesn't want me buying things from auctions anymore, and she'll never watch this. And so when I got those stamps from you yesterday, she's like, what's this? And I was like, oh, just kind of played it off like, I've got some stamps and a few postcards from Matt. And she was like, oh, he decided to clear out some of that room, huh? And I was like, well, yeah, I mean, he didn't just send it to me because he's such a nice guy. I gave him some money. And I was waiting for her to be like, how much? And then I forget what I did to redirect the conversation. So I didn't. I mean, we keep our money separate. That's why we've been together so long. But yeah, I think the day that I told her, like, all right, I'm not going to buy shit off people, or excuse me, I'm not going to buy crap off people's auctions anymore. Oh, wait, you don't care if I cuss. And then you had those stamps, and I was like, I've never sold stamps. This seems like a decent deal. It gives me something to list when I'm like just needing to list some stuff. I'll buy these from Matt, support my friend or whatever. And then I was trying to get them out to the shed before she saw the box.
Well, it was also like no offense, like that was the no-brainer buy of the day, right? Even if you were
to use it as
yeah, I mean, you don't have to actually put any work into it to make it worthwhile. You just bought over $250 face value of stamps for around what, like 60% of face value. Yeah. Like there's no downside whatsoever.
I should rephrase that, Dawn. It's not like she told me like I don't want you to buy from auctions, because she spends her money on whatever crap she wants. She knows I spend my money on whatever crap I want. She just suggested that I not, overwhelm myself with inventory. Hence the 2 boxes full of thousands of postcards I have over here. That's going to take me several months to get listed. So she's
You
like,
say that. I mean, it once you start getting into start doing them, if you get in a groove, like, or you're like, I just want to sit on the couch and list some postcards today. And if you're batch listing, it's easy to list 100 in a day. Like, once you get in the groove on it, super easy. I sold the Disneyland poster.
nice.
I don't know. I bought this in Colorado back in September. I thought it was worth a lot more than it was, but I still bought it for $14 and it sold for 100.
Wow.
Took an offer.
Yeah, that's really neat.
From 1976. It's got Space Mountain, future attraction. Right?
That's
so this
funny.
came out before Space Mountain existed. Pretty cool.
Really cool. Nice sale.
Yeah. I had a bunch of good sales yesterday. Overwhelmed is your status quo. So if you go back and you look at some of the early days of my channel, even my channel intro, where I go through my 11 death piles, I've come a long way since that point.
Well, that's good.
That room is unorganized at the moment, but it's because it's unorganized, it looks like a lot more stuff than it actually is.
Yeah.
And I don't feel overwhelmed by it. It's just because a lot of the stuff is just going to get put into lots. And I need to put the stuff on the floor onto the space, onto the shelves that have space, and it'll look a lot better. All right.
Well, thanks for letting me hang out while I.
Yeah, man. Seriously, anytime.
Well, it's mostly going to be the weekends now because I'm pretty busy back at work. But yeah, I was just going to try my best with it being a long weekend to get as many out for folks. I was going to ask, though, anybody who previously worked at USPS, or Matt, maybe because you've just been doing this for a long time, or anybody else, when you go take something to a small town post office, on the 2-hour window they happen to be open on a Saturday morning, does that really even move the needle, or is it just going to sit there till Tuesday? So I don't need to rush and panic, and I might as well just take my sweet ass time. In terms of geographical, actual movement, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I don't go to the post office unless.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, the only time I go to the post office is if, I have a replacement post office worker that day, and they don't show up, which has happened.
Right, and that's what I was just gonna say, is that my normal post office carrier, she comes consistently Monday through Friday, but I think it's a substitute on Saturdays, and they're never consistent. So sometimes they'll come at 9:30, and sometimes they'll come at 3 in the afternoon, and then there's sometimes when they don't come at all. So when it is a 3-day weekend, my thought is, with me not knowing, I want to get it to an actual post office, and so I just am wondering if it just sits there till Tuesday morning anyway. So
I have noticed it depends on which post office I take it to. If I take it to the one that's in downtown Bremerton, I'm basically adding a day to it. If I take it to one that's a little bit further away, it goes into Seattle right away, or down to Tacoma.
Gotcha.
It's totally dependent on the post office, and you've got to just look at the tracking, right?
Jake said that parcels left during business hours on Saturday go out the same day on a truck to distribution. So I guess it does speed it up a little bit. But you're probably right. It probably depends on the post office. Yeah.
Well, for the stuff that's in my downtown post office, the first day is going from that post office to the other one where it will go out right away. So,
but my goal then, Matt, is in the next hour. I want to pack as much crap as I can because I'm gonna take off at 10:30 our time to go to the little town. So it's interesting because we have a post office, this little 3,000 people town I live in, but it's not open on Saturdays. But the little town next to us that has like twice as many people, their post office is open between 9 and 11 a.m. on Saturdays. So even though the carrier sometimes does come pick the mail up and they do deliver on Saturdays, the actual post office isn't open for whatever reason. Okay, this person bought 5 little strawberry ornaments from me, and that's the last of those little ornaments.
I'm not going to do it that way.
Oh, those are my wife's ornaments. I sold a cornucopia ornament, a basket of fruit,
Nice.
and then 5 of these little strawberry. The person last night was like, "If I buy all 5 of these, will you discount shipping?" And I said, "Absolutely," because it's like, let's get rid of them. I kind of forgot that I had bought these from you, Matt. And so when I opened the stamps and then there was another bundle, I was like, what's in here? Maybe he threw something in and it's going to be something hilarious or whatever. And then when I opened it, I just saw sweethearts and I'm like, sweethearts, what the hell is he sending me? And then I saw the cats and I was like, oh, okay, I forgot about these thing and postcards. Thought you were sending me some kind of Valentine's or something.
No, I'm not that thoughtful.
Maybe next year, huh?
I want to hold your breath.
Steve will send me a Valentine. Steve or Dawn. I have faith in them.
All right, we're gonna do this. I don't know why I'm thinking so damn long about how to pack something that I know how to pack.
Whoa, okay, let's come out in this. It's funny because I go back and forth between like, I'm not wasting my time selling things less than $10 to like, it's in my hand. It takes 2 seconds to take pictures. Just list it. And so I had a big old stack. I have a bigger stack than this, but I just grabbed a few of these from my storage unit thinking, even if they're worth a couple bucks, these old PlayStation games, like they're just collecting dust in my storage unit. I need to either donate them or just hurry up and like list them.
Yeah.
I looked up one of them and I was like, I get $5 for that thing. If I would be happy getting $5 from a postcard, why wouldn't I be happy getting $5 from a video game? List it.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I used to have the whole, God damn it, why am I acting like a shipping noob here? God. I'm gonna go back to my original thing. Yeah, I used to be like, if I can't sell it for $10, it's not worth my time. And I've very much changed that over the years. Now I'm really like, you know what? If I'm already listing stuff, especially stuff that's very similar, and I know it's got good sell through at $3, $4, $5. You know, I don't want to sit on something that's only $5, right? I don't want to sit on it forever.
I'm listening. I'm just back here.
No, it's fine. You know, but if I know it's going to sell, then why am I not going to list it? Why am I going to go donate $5 instead of making $5?
Yeah, they only justify it, in my opinion, now with my thought process. The only way I justify that is if I don't have room for it. If I feel like I shouldn't have bought that because it's too big and it's not worth what I thought it was going to be. Screw it. I don't want to mess with it.
Oh yeah, I mean, bulky items. I'm not going to list anything big for $5. I'm going to hold on to for any period of time. Like that shit's garage sale. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Nobody got time for that.
Man, why did it take me 20 minutes to freaking... That was like the easiest thing in the world, and I treated it like it was the... Already mail, happy today.
Man, I got overwhelmed just hearing about John's big buy. Also, for him.
I mean,
speaking of John,
I'm not necessarily overwhelmed. So one of the things I was looking at that listing, Buster. eBay doesn't consider it shipped until it's been scanned.
No, my tape gun needs some oil. So you're like, there's a high pitched sound. All right, Georgia. Now I got to do the math to refund you for the shipping of all those other ones. Okay, probably $3.99 times 4, so it'd be what, $11.96? Let's see here. I don't know why on my laptop eBay has me sometimes sign in again.
That literally just happened to me.
I'm like, I'm signed in. What the hell
I think they just did like a sign everybody out of eBay for a second.
It does it to me frequently though.
It happens to me every now and then. It's not that frequently. All right. I just need to move on. It doesn't look pretty. It's not gonna look pretty.
No, that would be 16. I gotta get out my calculator. Dang, okay. 1596. Now that's a nice little shipping refund. Shipping difference. Enjoy the ornaments. Shipping. What's up, Shay?
All right. We'll do that first. Be right back.
You think I would hurt a duck? I have that spider is still in my drawer over there. All right, what can I ship next? Let's do these other 2 ornaments. You know what though? I need to go get small bubble wrap. Matt will be back in a minute. I'll be right back, you guys.
I'm back.
Oh, there he is. Okay, I gotta go get some small bubble wrap. So
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Oh, Deca. I might as well give him a Deca sleeve.
And I grabbed 2 more things.
Where's my debate tape? I wonder if there is a market for tape roll tubes. Like, I know that there's a market for toilet paper tubes, which is, I've never actually sold those on eBay. I know you can sell them. I wonder if the tape tubes have like resale value as like a, and I've sold also like the handles to the shrink wrap as well. I'm wondering if I'm sitting in a gold mine of tape tubes. I'm gonna look it up.
Oh, in case any of you are wondering, yes, I'm a middle child. Okay. Sold another coffee machine. Sold this jacket that I just got at the Benz. This jacket's kind of cool. It's like a women's, or any person, I don't care. But it was designed for women. It's like a coat, but it looks like a dress. Wait, shit, did I get the wrong? Oh, Cameron. Okay, good thing it doesn't have to ship till Tuesday. I got the wrong thing.
Holy crap.
I'm glad I opened this bag and looked. Otherwise, this woman would have been like, why did you send me a black Lyft jacket for Lyft drivers?
So cardboard tape cores. There are 25 listed and
how many sold?
3 sold.
Wow, because I have a bunch of those.
65 sold for $10, 30 sold for $8 with $18 shipping.
That's hilarious.
Art, I mean, craft materials, right? I mean, I've got a crap ton of them.
Well,
I'm gonna sell them. I use them. I'm gonna. Oh, Dawn's got a. Hold on. You.
Oh my gosh, it's gonna fit like a glove. I love when that happens. Okay.
Oh yeah, the Gerber. I knew that Gerber jars sold. Oh wait, here we go. This one ended. Sorry, it took me to a different one. Yeah, 91 sold for something on a best offer. With free shipping, though. Yeah, I noticed that there is a tsunami warning. I saw that on CNN this morning. I live on a hill and like less than a mile from Puget Sound, but I'm up. So hopefully I don't get washed away. Buster could be freaking out from the volcano waves. That could be it. There's the video of it. There was an underwater volcano last night.
Really?
In the South Pacific, and apparently like flooded Tonga was the country that it flooded, but there's a West Coast tsunami warning.
California coast, from California-Mexico border to the Oregon-California border, including San Francisco. And for Hawaii.
Yeah.
Well, it's the end of the goddamn world, people.
I'm sure that God just sent the tsunami to punish the gays.
I'm sure. And the trans people like me.
Yeah.
I just get washed away, cry in my sorrow like a real man.
I need to go grab my Rapture helmet.
Get your tinfoil hat while you're at it to match your thumbnail.
So the guy on my thumbnail, it's actually a friend of mine.
It looked like raw. It looked like lobster.
It does look a little bit like lobster, but the guy's name is Wally. I've been friends with the guy for like 20 plus years, and that photo actually went viral in the early days of things going viral. He was a regular on the Something Awful forums, and that's where it went viral back in the day. He's been on America's Got Talent as a competitor. He's got a stage show he does with some people called Pyro Boy, where he basically wears a Tyvek fire suit and wraps himself in fireworks.
I feel like I saw this.
Yeah, he's been on America's Got Talent, I think, twice, and they don't. It's a TV show, so a lot of times the people they bring onto America's Got Talent, they just pay them, right? And he's in that category where, yes, they will they'll go through the motions and say if they're getting through the next round, but they're never going to get through the next round because they just got paid to show up and make a good show.
Yeah.
So, he's in that category.
Like they should do that with me on that singing show, because I'd be one of those people that is like, "Come on, I sounded okay, didn't I?" And they'd be like, "No, bro, you cannot sing." But I feel like I saw that on that show because I feel like I remember the reaction of their faces of like, is he really gonna do this?
Yeah, he's been on a couple of times. He's been on some other channels too. They've it's sort of like he's done it at Burning Man a bunch of times. That's where it started. And it's cool. As cool as like watching somebody strap themselves up with fireworks and dancing around can be. And I mean, kind of like once you've seen it once, you like all right, well, that's that. Got it. All right, I need to.
I'm so annoyed about that coat. Got the wrong coat. Oh well, it'll go out on Monday. That's fine.
Had a label
Tuesday.
This is kind of cool. This album has a scratch and sniff sticker on it. It does not smell anymore, but I need to re-glue it on. It came unattached.
I've never done Molly farts at Jack. That's a little too scary. I've seen videos of people act like maniacs in a drive-through at McDonald's trying to get some nuggets on Molly. So no thanks. 16.
Let that dry and move on to the next thing. Oh, I can't wait to see that comment. Oh, probably great tripping on Molly. Got it. You know. Like
the guy with the fireworks and stuff, yeah.
Like anything on Molly, it's usually better on Molly.
What did I charge for shipping on this coffee maker? Because it's not some little, okay, $20. I think I'm going to pay more than that. But
yeah, Molly doesn't really make you hallucinate so much. At least not in my experience. And now I can't monetize this video.
Damn it, fart sack Jack! Why you gotta go ruining everything, bruh?
It's fine.
You better buy Matt a coffee now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll be $1.18 for my lost revenue. Not really. You don't have to buy me anything, please. Sold another Planet of the Apes photo. I can't believe this one sold because my image of it's not scanned. It's garbage, but it sold for $18.85.
Well,
yeah.
I don't think I
it's from Conquest of the Planet of the Apes, which I think is the third one. Hi, Buster. What? What? Yes.
Hey, Brony.
Hi. I'm actually busy doing stuff right now.
That's a good idea, Carl. I wish that too.
Come here.
I sold a postcard of the Pink Elephant Lounge. I think this is it right here. In New York for $4.49. Very nice. It is indeed. Unposted. That was my Borat impression. Very nice. Somebody gave me negative feedback, and then their DVD showed up like the same day or the next day, and I asked them to revise it, and I was waiting for a neutral because they were really pissed with that first negative, saying that I insisted that it showed up when it did not. And I'm like, I didn't insist it showed up. What the hell are they talking about? Anyway, not only did they revise it, but they actually gave me a positive and said, something just kind of short and sweet, like, arrived, well packaged, thank you. I'm like, well, that's quite a turn. Like you went from like, this is terrible customer service. He insisted that I got it and I never got it, to it arrived.
I've had that many times.
It's like, all right, maybe we took our meds today.
Well, you should follow my easy YouTube content generator from yesterday.
I was at work, so I didn't. Is it something you talked about in your live?
Yeah, basically the thumbnail was, I received a return negative feedback.
Yeah,
Message from a scammer. As I am sad. Going to make a 30-minute video about it.
Right.
Promoting my Patreon.
Buy me a coffee. Did you add that on there?
No, I didn't put that on there, but I could.
I'm just teasing. It's all good.
All right.
I think I grabbed this out of the bins. I probably shouldn't have. Oh, weighs less than a pound. So it's probably about $1, and I sold it for $5 plus shipping. It's a little nativity thing. Almost a month after nativity time.
I got a positive feedback from somebody, and it was a new old stock, still in internal packaging, nativity scene. And the feedback they left, it was positive feedback, but it said, isn't very pretty. I'm like, what? First of all, like, is that directed at me somehow? Like, was my packaging not pretty? Because that would be legit. A lot of the time. Was it you didn't like the nativity set? If so, like, you know, I had pictures of it. And 2, it was made 40 years ago. So who were you actually complaining about?
Yeah. My wife asked a good question last night that I didn't know the answer to, which was, if somebody revises their feedback from negative to neutral. No, I'm sorry. If somebody gives you neutral feedback and then they receive it, can you then give them negative feedback or neutral feedback with a sassy comment, because she wanted to do that, and not worry about them changing their feedback? So in other words, if a buyer gives a seller feedback, should they go change it?
You can okay, so a buyer can revise feedback if requested. They can't just go change it.
Right. But if what she's saying, okay, so the scenario was something very similar to you were talking about, Matt, which is what made me think of this. She had a little Grinch ornament. It was like 3 inches. And there is a picture of a ruler next to it, and it says in the title 3 inches. So it's in the title. There's a photo showing the size. When the guy got it, he put a neutral, but it wasn't very favoring the words. It was like, this was much smaller than I expected. Disappointed, exclamation point, but gave neutral, not negative. And she wants to give him neutral feedback or reply to his. I think you can reply to somebody's neutral so that people could see that. But her fear of saying, like, I apologize that you must not have seen the title nor the photos, because it was shown the size in both the photos and the title. You know, that's being a little snarky, but not totally.
I would just get that taken off by eBay, because that's false. It's patently false, right? Like, why would you have that expectation when, one, it's in the title, and then I'm sure it probably was again in the description, and you had a photo of it.
Like, well, she tried to get it removed, and they said, send him a feedback revision. Well, she sent him a feedback revision, and then you know what he replied with? I'm saying he, but I don't know their gender, but whatever. I'm just gonna say he. Said, I will let you use your discretion to determine if you'd like to give me a partial refund, since I wasn't fully satisfied with this. But but I'm not in the game of sending things back. And I said, you should tell him I'm not in the game of giving partial refunds for stuff that I clearly put in the title. So anyways, I guess her fear, which is understandable, is if she says something snarky back or replies to that neutral or gives him negative, kind of warn future sellers that this guy is kind of a jerk, that they can retaliate and change the feedback.
So they cannot do that. The feedback revision, you can only go up, not down.
Okay. That's what I told her, but I wasn't positive. So,
and I would wait for that revision request to the customer to go out, because he just stepped into feedback extortion.
That's what I told her. I said, I think eBay would take it away, because it's almost like he's threatening you, even though he's not.
He basically you put in a request to revise the feedback, and he responded to that request with give me a partial refund. That's now become feedback extortion.
Okay.
because you requested a revision, and the response was partial refund. That is a quid pro quo request.
I'll double check with her that she in fact submit the feedback revision. Because I'm actually not certain that she did that yet. Because I think she said she might have not and hesitated to do so, thinking he's not going to revise it because he wants his refund. Like he wants a partial refund, so he's not going to revise it. I think it's lit. I don't know.
Yeah, it depends on the course of events.
Yeah.
But him asking for money after a revision request is pretty much
okay. I'll clarify that piece.
Okay, another Gillette razor, $45.
Ooh. This
is the adjustable slim Super SA, really good condition. I cleaned this one up nice. $44.95 plus shipping.
The funny thing is this is over a dang $10 ornament, right? It's not like a $50 thing that this guy's like, I need my partial refund.
Oh yeah, it's always going to be. It's never over stuff that's like. So I had somebody open a return request for a brooch that I sold recently. It was from the inventory that I bought out, and I didn't realize it was a set. I just knew it was the brooch. That's all I had in the main picture, and I have automatic free returns already. Turn on, so I couldn't stop it, right? Like the return is still at the moment open. I just messaged the customer. I'm like, listen, I'm sorry, I totally missed it. I'm very sorry. I can have these out today if you still want the item, and then you don't have to do anything. Just when the earrings show up, if everything's good for you, just let the return close automatically and no harm, no foul. Like, and she was totally cool about it. She's like, yeah, these were supposed to be a gift. I'm supposed to give them to my friend, blah, 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 blah. And yeah, please send them out. So I did. Now, because the return was open, it doesn't matter what happens now. Right? I can't get negative feedback because there was free returns and she opened a return. So, there's having free returns on your items. It just makes life so much easier. And it's like spackle for your mistakes. If you mess something up and you can't get it right or make it right, having free returns, the second that return gets opened, you are not going to get a negative feedback, whether or not they send it back or anything. Yeah, Carl, answer your customer issues. Always. The thing that's difficult are customers who don't message.
Well, part of the problem.
Court Sack Jack, you can get that removed. Go to. I'm gonna share you guys something. If you don't know about this, if you have somebody who leaves you negative feedback, but the wording on it is incorrect, right? Like they meant to do it as a positive. Which, by the way, I've actually done that before. Accidentally left negative feedback on something that I should have left a positive feedback on. Here is your website that you want to go to. Why is this not? There we go. ebay.com/seller help. You simply go in there and we will share the screen real quick here.
Cornucopia.
Right there. And you just click on request to remove feedback. And if you have any negative or neutral feedback here, it'll show up there. But it's also, you can go in and request to remove defects, which is like here. Let's here. Buyer says late delivery. Well, I mean, I can just go here. All right. Shipped on time, shown on tracking. Send my request. Boom. Done.
For all I know, I have a bunch of defects there, and I never even knew to check that.
You know what? I request everything to be removed. You're not going to get all of them, but you'll get some. And in Fart Jack's case here, this is 100% removable, and there's actually a pre-loaded template for this kind of situation.
Nice.
I would maybe pop into Google Translate what he wrote and then copy and paste that into your request. And Dawn is correct here. There are nobody on eBay reads.
I know, that's why I tell Heather, I'm like, don't just put 3 inches in the title for like that ornament. I said, also take a picture with the ruler. And she's like, apparently he doesn't look at the pictures either. What she really wanted to say when he commented and said, I didn't realize this was so small. I thought it would be bigger. She really wanted to say,
that's what she said?
That's what she said. I was like, I don't know if that's a smart way to reply, but it's hilarious.
I mean, yeah. If you know what, if she can't get it removed or revised, I would totally put that as my reply.
Yeah.
And then I would say, like, but seriously.
Right, yeah. And then people would be like, all right, well, if this is her one neutral and everything else is positive and she has a sense of humor, I'll buy from her. Or buy from him, because everyone assumes that everyone on eBay is a dude, because that's the world we live in. Because she always, when people send her messages, they're like, hey, bro, hey, man, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, do people always address you like that? And I'm like, I don't know, but I guess I don't think about it because I am a dude, bro, man. But she's like, yeah, whenever people send me messages, they never say hi seller or go get her goods. They just assume I'm a dude. I'm like, sorry.
I mean, it really depends on the item, I think. I was messaging with the person who bought the painting. We were going back and forth for a little while, and they were super nice about everything. Like, and they were clearly an older person. They sent me a picture of a painting they had done that looked very much like this one. And I'm like, oh, it's going to make a good pair. It looks like it could even be the same subject, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, this will get a place of honor in my home. I'm like, that's nice. Thanks.
Yeah, I love when people, you could tell, are like excited about something you sold them, or
Oh yeah,
They're looking forward to it because it was something like their grandmother had or whatever. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean, or like yeah. Anytime somebody shares with me like the personal connection, that's what I mean. Those are the best. Like as as good as selling something for $100 that you've got for $1. When you find something and it's you're putting it in the right home and it's clear like this is going to the right home. Those instances where that happens, and it's always on like a sort of like quirky, unique item that maybe you were like, should I list this, or I really don't know what's the deal with this. But yeah, those are definitely rewarding scenarios that makes it like feel like you're out there doing something that's not just for the money.
Right.
So I sold another 100 record lot, and I'm kind of don't want to do it today.
What kind of a what?
Oh, the craft record lot.
Oh, you sold one?
Yeah, which means I got to go out to the garage and grab another 100 records, which I don't really feel like doing. We'll see. I gotta get everything else out first.
Tom Cruise wants to know what's the weight on 100 records these days.
It comes out to about 36 pounds, and it's just the vinyl. Yeah, no sleeves. So basically, it's just I'm selling it as a crafting lot. So it's basically like all the junk vinyl that isn't worth listing on its own. The stuff left over when I buy a collection. That's either, there's too much available, or it's not in good condition or even playable condition most of the time. So I just have been making lots of, 25, 50, 100 and selling those off. Okay, I got to go grab a few things in the basement. See you guys in a sec.
My wife sold, sorry, I already packaged it, this little church, red and gold, for $9.19. I wanted to get her two things mailed out before I continue for the next 15 minutes on mine to make sure that I get hers packaged. Because I think I'm only probably going to be able to package maybe one or two more things of mine, and then everything else I'll have to save for go out Tuesday.
All right. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to have time to do the 100 record lot at this point. All right. Chico's jacket is right here. Peacock 10. That is Arbacana. Oh, man.
Is there a Long Beach, Washington?
Yes.
Okay, so apparently those waves were predicted to hit like 2 hours ago.
That's where Justin and Marie live.
Oh my gosh. And then other areas later in the morning. What other areas and when this morning?
Like a
Port Angeles at 9:30, Port Townsend at 9:55. Again, note the first waves will likely not be the largest. Larger waves continue to impact for hours after the initial wave.
Yeah, that's not far from me. Port Townsend, Port Angeles is a little bit up the peninsula.
There was a bunch of flooding when we drove through Washington State.
Like Long Beach is Justin and Marie. All right, was that all the things I needed to grab? 1, 2. Yeah. All right.
Anybody who watches my live sometimes notice that when it comes to shipping things that are small and ornaments, I now have a new rack right here where I have all my frequently used boxes. So I'm not down here digging in here to get those boxes out. It only took me about 1.5 years to get smart and figure that out.
Don't feel bad. Mine has been a continuous work in progress.
Yeah. I think it's fine to just learn as you go, adjust, pivot.
Well, and also like depending on whatever niches I've gotten into or whatever is selling at the moment or whatever I've gotten an influx of sourcing that she can change. Sometimes quite regularly. And yeah, so
I've even thought about how instead of my bubble wrap being over there, that I could somehow have it come down here. But I mean, it's literally 4 steps to go over there. It might seem far back over there, but and yeah, those 4 steps add up. But let's face it, I could use a little bit more exercise. The dad.
Yeah, I keep forgetting to do it, but I want to get my step counter on me while I'm doing a regular morning shipping video, because I'm really curious how many steps I do in the 2 hours that I'm shipping every morning.
Right.
Because it's not exercise. I'm not saying it's exercise. I'm not saying it's not exercise, but it's not exercise.
It's not sitting on your butt with your laptop and a bag of Cheetos next to you. So that's
I am definitely burning some calories.
Yep. You are, Matt. I have a degree in physical education and health, and
there you go, right? I'm sure that my heart rate is elevated to that whatever amount of time and heart rate that is required to live an extra 30 years. I'm sure that's what's happening.
I mean, you have to counter your vaping, your habit of vaping. So you're just evening it out.
That's true. I'm busy. You want to get on my shoulder? Just for a minute? Yes.
Yeah, us resellers are known for our super fit bodies, right? I think it's just the young guys in their early 20s. Like the one that comes to mind is this guy that I see on Instagram all the time, Dalton.
Yeah.
He's one of those guys. But he seems like a pretty fit youngish man.
I mean,
Are you wondering what you should or shouldn't say?
I know there's nothing to consider because I don't have anything.
I got these. Did I get these at a thrift store? I think I might have paid like $1 for these at like a thrift store. But I thought for sure because they're vintage and Christmas was coming 2 Christmases ago that these were going to just fly off the shelves. They're vintage greeting card holders, little plastic things that you hang the greeting cards over the fireplace or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And 2 Christmases have come and passed, and now January, whatever today is, they sold for $6.95. They sold.
I bought these last Christmas a year ago. These like Emmett Kelly porcelain Christmas ornaments, and 0 sold last Christmas. And I sold, I think, 3 of them this year.
Wow.
Just it's eBay's weird sometimes. You just never know. That's why I am, people who talk about taking stuff out of their store and donating it. Like, I've never understood that. I'm like, why would you do that? You've already put in the work on it.
Yeah.
Why not just sell it for $3?
Yeah, Sal started doing that. He's calling it his last resort bin. So when he has things for a certain amount of time, he'll put it in his last resort bin and then go into a store and significantly clearance it. And then if it's in that bin for more than, I don't know what he's determined, then he actually does go donate it. But he at least gave it that last chance because he gave it a way low price.
Yeah. But I mean, I think that even with that, you've got to give enough time for people to find it.
That's true.
Like, I can't tell you how many times I've sold something that I'm like, man, why isn't this sold for the longest time? And then, like, somebody comes along and buys it at like full price and not even putting in an offer. Like, it's crazy.
I love it when that happens right after somebody gave you like a low ball offer that you're like, I'm declining this, or you send a counter and then they don't take you up on it, and then somebody just comes in and buys it. And at first you think, oh, they took my counter, and then you're like, no, this is a different person. They paid full price. Sweet.
This is cool. I got this from my guy earlier this year. It's a Peacock brand, like, food coloring tin.
That is cool.
$23. Pretty interesting. I've sold tins before, but I was kind of like, is somebody going to want to buy food coloring in a tin this big? Seems kind of weird. Like, it's not the kind of tin that normally people like spice tins. But sure enough, somebody was $23. Totally fine with that. I've got another huge buy from him coming up here at the end of the month. And
are you going to give us any kind of a cliffhanger of what it is, or
it's postcards from his personal collection?
But not just like a few.
Like, I'm paying up on this one in terms of price per card. The stuff that he's keeping is pretty local specific to his main collection, and this is like all the like premium stuff that doesn't fit in that core main collection. So it's going to be a lot of real photo, a lot of unusual, smaller cities and towns, more unusual content. Like, he buys off eBay. He knows the stuff that it's worth. He sells on eBay sometimes. So
yeah, he knows you're a reseller, right?
Oh yeah, 100%. So
I know you're not shy about it, because when we were at that one thrift store, you were talking to somebody and you're like, well, I'm a reseller, so I got to get. I don't know who you were talking to about the records, maybe.
Yeah. Well, I was talking to one of the employees. I'm like, yeah, I can't. So, but yeah, the guy actually contacted me because he had purchased from me off of eBay.
Oh, is that how you got in connection with this?
Yep. I threw out one of my thank you cards in the box, and he contacted me on my number from that.
That's cool.
Or actually on my email, and I almost missed the email. All right, time to ship this big ass. It's not really that big, but it's time to ship the painting.
I've been thinking about putting up. Oh, go ahead. Sorry, Matt.
Oh, no, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, going back to postcards, like, I've been thinking about putting in like a Craigslist ad in search of regarding postcards, because in my area, I don't know how many people, are really looking for antique vintage postcards.
I did that in the early part of last year and ended up buying a huge collection of records, a bunch of really cool vintage pocket knives. I basically copied Primetime's Craigslist ad, and I did the paid advertising on there. So because that way nobody can flag you and take you down, and it's cheap. It's like $3. So. But I stopped running it because I didn't need anything more. Like, I'm pretty well set on inventory. Once I got the guy, which this will probably be the last buy from him. Although he's always buying stuff, and he's buying with me in mind, so there's that.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
name myself because I'm making a bunch of noise.
Do I have any more? No. Okay. Let me get this stuff out real quick. But yeah, this will probably be the last biggest one from him. All right, be right back.
All right. Once I print off the label for this, I gotta scoot over to the post office. But they'll be happy because they just bought this camera this morning. So they'll be like, sweet, this guy shipped it off the same day. At least I would be happy. $11.28. I charge $10. How about FedEx? Because I got to go there anyway. It's even more interesting. Okay. All right, Matt, I'm going to print off this label and I got to skedaddle, my friend. I got to head to the post office.
All right, cool. I'm actually on my last one as well.
There's a good question in the chat from Lake Erie Reseller about Grand Canyon postcard, which the card itself doesn't sell well, they said, but it has a via airmail sticker from 52. Does that make it more desirable?
Not necessarily. The ones that are best for Grand Canyon are probably Fred Hardy postcards. The publisher. Look at the publisher. That could have more to do with it than just an airmail sticker. People sent a lot of airmail, so.
I've not been selling a lot of bulky stuff, so it's kind of cool when I can get like 16 orders just in one IKEA bag because it's all small stuff. I'm sure that's how you feel when you have a stack of 20 postcards.
I mean, I had close to $1,000 day yesterday.
Nice.
And everything fit into that bin. And then there'll be this painting. Like, that's my...
Nice.
So, yes, that's... I really like that. And that's why, like, you know, stacks of packages on Instagram mean nothing. And I make fun of it. Because, one, you don't know how much they made or how much they profited or...
Right.
Right? Like, it's just a picture of some packages as far as I'm concerned.
Well, last Monday, I
know that you do that sometimes. I'm not directing that.
No, it doesn't hurt my feelings. It's fine. I do it so that one day, if I happen to have like the most I think I've had is like on a long weekend, and it'd be like 4 IKEA bags, and it seems like that's a lot. At least it felt like a lot to me. So if one day it was 6, I could be like, look through my Instagram and be like, have I ever done 6 before? So it's just like competition for myself.
I get it. Yeah. I mean,
and also sometimes I'm like, I don't know what the hell to post today, and I feel like I'm supposed to post something. Here, it's a picture of the shit I'm shipping out. Maybe I should picture of my cat instead. All right, but I gotta go. But thank you so much for letting me hang out with you.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for coming on anytime. Of course.
Have a great weekend, everybody in the chat. And Popeye, if you're still listening and lingering and lurking, we all are on the edge of our seats to see the crap ton of postcards you bought.
You can, if you go for a postcard lot and sort by dollar amount, it's the aviation lot on eBay.
Oh, is that what he bought?
Yes.
Oh, I thought it was something through an auction on Facebook or something. Maybe
No, he bought it off eBay.
Okay.
But you can see the listing.
Why aren't they giving it to him then? Why is he having to go pick it up? I'm confused.
Maybe
that's for him to answer in his video.
Yeah.
Why not? All right, Matt. Take it easy.
All right. See you later.
See ya.
That's not long enough. This is going to end up being turned into an unboxing, I'm pretty sure, because I have the box for this, but it's currently full of stuff that I picked up from the auction in Colorado that is yet to be opened yet. Actually, I might be able to get away with. Ooh, let's wipe that. There we go. Man, I feel like that's pretty well protected already. And I don't think that's going to fit in that box. I might be able to get away with priority mail on this bad boy. 24 by 21. So let's call it like 30, 35. Yeah, it's way cheaper. Priority mail. I said priority, I meant UPS. Ain't gonna fit, but that's okay. Or will it fit? It'll fit. Ooh, it's really close. Okay. getting there. Oh my God. So I guessed that it would weigh 8 pounds, and it weighs 8 pounds. Yep. There was some really, really, really nice postcard lot. I'm not gonna lie, I am a little bit jelly. But I also don't have the benefit of that liquidity at the moment. All right, let's see if anything else came in the hour it took me to ship that out. Just a GameCube game. Might as well get that out. I'll run downstairs. Be right back.